What do you rate yourself 1 through 10?
A 10.
A 10?
Of course, yeah.
Why you give yourself a 10?
I mean, come on. I'm very pretty.
What do you think people look at the most when they look at you?
I would probably my face or my chest.
Do you mind doing a 360? Now, do you think AI is going to give you a higher or a lower score?
Higher.
Higher.
Higher, yeah.
So it's going to give you a 10?
Yeah.
11?
For sure.
It gave you a 6.9.
Oh.
But you know what? I'm going to have my followers rate you in the comments.
Okay. Let them know. Look her a 10.
I don't mean this in an offensive way at all, I swear to God. But I feel like I see an attractive man like once every 30 men that I see. I see a bad everywhere I go.
Somebody said this to me and asked if it's because the girls are, and although I do think that's funny, I think that's only about 25% of what's going on here. I think the other 75% comes from what we consider a bad versus an attractive man. Now, what we consider a bad are typically things that can be bought over the course of like one weekend, a maintenance day, so to speak. So they can buy the hair, we can buy the nails, we can buy the lashes, we can buy the Fashion Nova fit that makes us look like we're worth $500 and go out looking like a bad. However, for men, what we consider an attractive man is typically a man that has a whole bunch of money, which he has to work hard to get, a man that has a nice physique, which he has to work hard to get, a man that is respectable and has power, so to speak, which are all things that take time. Girls can look like a bad, give them $300 in a few hours. Men have to work to be attractive men. That's the difference.
I think a lot of modern women are so short-sighted that they don't really understand that the person who they are, who they're proud of, is actually going to hold them back. And I know you like the spirit. You know, I fought through this and I've gone through that, and it made me who the person that I am today. And so they feel like in a lot of situations, in a lot of cases, well, you know, I had to fight through some stuff to build myself up to this person. And men will appreciate that about me. And so they'll say, oh yeah, she's a fighter, I love her. But that's not the way it goes, because that fight and that disrespect turns to him. There's nothing wrong with you challenging and trying to help him out. But a lot of times modern women are downright disrespectful.
Men are the prize. Now this is probably going to be the most pick-me I've ever said in my life. But I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know that men are the prize. Men are the prize. Now, when I'm talking about men, I'm speaking about black men in the United States. Let's do some math. The real math, not that girl y'all be doing. Black women make up 7% of the U.S. population. Black men make up 6.5% of the population. You see how that's already less? All right, let's go a little bit deeper. Out of that 6.5% of men, 2.8% of those men are incarcerated. So that leaves you roughly, 3.7% of men to choose from. Oh, but wait, some of those men suck. So you have about 0.18% of those men. So what does that leave you with? 3.52% to your 6.98% women. Supply and demand, bitch. You are not the prize. The men are the prize, because it's less of them and more of us. Simple.
I hate dating as a woman in tech, because if I try to date a guy in tech, they're typically really ugly and they have a whole bunch of nerdy interests that I can't relate to. There's some types of guys who work in tech who are attractive and we might have the same interests, but they think they are too smart and they are really full of themselves, and I don't like dating that type of guy either. If I try to date someone who doesn't work in tech, but they aren't a high earner, they end up feeling too insecure and they aren't able to afford the type of things that I can, like fine dining and traveling. So dating as a woman in tech is not for the weak.
Hey, man. It's really getting spooky out here, man. It's really getting spooky out here, dog. What? I'm speechless. I've got nothing to say. You got it, shorty. It's your world, love. It's your world. Yours a dirty game, man. We are cooked. Stay focused though.
And, you know, a lot of men, a major reason that they check out is that these modern women have like a situationship alumni, like a alumni network, where a lot of these ladies are staying connected loosely. They're staying connected loosely to an ex boyfriend, partner, situationship, right, as a backup plan, while they're publicly out here dating new men. And these men are saying, are you intentional about that? Oh yeah, I've cleaned up everything. I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm not, right? But that's not actually the case, right? You still have your situationship from 3 years ago, in 2023, on close friends, on your Instagram somewhere, liking his gym pics. When, you know, he posted at 11 o'clock, swearing up and down, oh yeah, I'm just supporting him. Oh, you don't need to worry about that, right? You're still emotionally involved with your ex. You're still emotionally involved, or at least sending your energy to the, well, you know, I can still be friends with my exes. I'm not toxic. Great. I hear you. But if it were reverse, you would ask me to cut these ladies off. And this is what a lot of men are realizing. You're not actually available to me. I get about 20% of you, and it doesn't matter if I'm in a relationship with you, if I'm exclusive, or we're just trying to date and get to know each other. That's about the highest that I'm going to get from you, is 20 to 30%. You want me to go full scale, balls to the wall for 30%. Max. No.
I'm not going to downgrade my lifestyle because me and you are no longer together. And I just feel like if you put me in this space and that was under your budget, then what's the difference now?
But see, what he did was this, though. He gave you the upgrade. But part of that upgrade is because you're with me.
Yes.
You understand? So let me just go, though. So we didn't work out, me and you dating. You feel me? So I'm supposed to keep paying your loft and keep paying your bins. Now, I get it. You're a true boss if you do that. And that's the vibe we're getting. But
my current new lifestyle that you upgraded me to is now contingent on me being in a relationship with you, and that's the only way I can have it in this moment. Then what stops me from just staying with you for that?
Then Jazz, you want him to keep your lifestyle up, keep paying your bills, keep you on that same upgraded level. No, you were dating a man that had money, so dating him came with a lifestyle. But if we're not working and our love is, I don't owe you to keep paying your car note and your mortgage. I'm not entitled to. Now, if I'm that rich, then okay. But realistically, that isn't really my job. You should find you a man like me and upgrade to him and keep your lifestyle.
But that takes time. So I just feel like if someone had me on a certain pedestal, you're not just because we no longer working, you're not just going to rip the pedestal from me.
A lot of these modern women, whether you're a single mother or it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's all going to be the same, right? It's just that a lot of times single mothers they're a little bit more, some of these women, not all women, but some of these women, they're a little bit more, they have a heightened, and I understand it, a heightened awareness of the things that are going on around them, right? But even at that, you still have to audition for the man as well. A lot of times a lot of these modern women are like, well, a man has to audition for me. He has to do X, Y, and Z. He has to show me this, and this. And sometimes they be asking a man to do stuff that has nothing to do with dating or courting or anything. That's just what I wanted, right? So you have a lot of modern women out here. Well, I got to make sure that this is in line, and I'm a single mother, so I have standards, and my standards are even higher, and this and that. But really, honestly and truly, and this is why I mention it, you look at their standards and really it's not really a higher standard. Sometimes it's just desperation. Sometimes it's just, I really need this. I really want this in my life. I really don't want to work anymore. Right. So I need a man to make enough so I can take a step back. Well, do you plan on having any other kids? No. Well, what step back are you going to be taking? You don't plan on having any other kids. That's your kid. He'll come in and be a father figure and be the man of the house. He doesn't need to pay for you. Like, you don't need to become a stay-at-home mom. But they be asking for things. They be, oh, I want more from this next relationship. And they be trying to put more pressure on a man to do stuff that they can actually do themselves. If they stop being lazy or stop wanting to be mentally lazy, well, I want to do this now. No. You need to continue the stuff that you are doing and stop trying to find a man to dump all your problems on, whether it's financially, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. You need to continue to handle your.
Stop acting like you want to be alone. You don't have a choice. And I hate when a says, oh, I'm single by choice. No, you're not. You're single by choices. You're single by the choices that you make. You chose to have multiple kids with multiple. That's why you're single. You chose to hang out with single, bitter. That's why you're single. You chose to stay in a relationship with a. And now you are traumatized for life because of that. That's why you're single. All of these are choices. Okay, you're not choosing to be single. And for you that want to convince me and anybody else that you can have any man you want, where is he? Go get him. Exactly. You over here choosing to work on your career and focus on your career rather than focusing on building a healthy relationship with somebody. That's why you're single, bitch. By choices, not by choice. So stop acting like you want to be alone. You don't have a choice.
So a lot of these women, or one woman say, basically, if she wasn't enthusiastic about it early, then just kind of move on. And I do understand that, but for some of these modern women, it does sound like, well, instead of trying to wear me down, instead of trying to win me over with your charm, if I don't like you, then I don't like you, which is fair if that's the way that it ended up. But a lot of times in this current day and age, with the way some of these ladies are today, that's not how it ends up. And that's why you have these memes of, women in their 20s and sometimes in their 30s, depending on how attractive they are, even sometimes into their 50s, depending on how attractive they are, not settling down, just going out and doing their thing. But then, when they get a little bit older or when they see that their options start to dwindle, and for some of these ladies, they still have options, right? It never really goes down, but they see the quality of their options actually diminish and go down. It's like, man, I used to get guys like this. Now it seems like, man, I might get one or two, or every so often I might get somebody that I would deem, I really want to talk to them, one or two, versus getting like at least a handful back in the day. So now you got to look at it and say, okay, well, you didn't like him back then, right? Okay, I'm not eager, leave me alone. But then you're going to flip, and now you're going to say, well, I'm ready for this type of person to show me some attention. And it's not going to happen. In a lot of cases, it's not going to happen. And why should it? Modern women are great. They're fantastic at not taking the opportunities presented to them, when they should have just said, okay, and it might not even work out. That's just how dating is. You got two people, great, fantastic, but it might not work out. But the issue is, modern women aren't even taking the chance. They want a man to approach, but they won't even take the chance to see if the relationship is going to work. They don't even talk to the man. They don't even put their energy into it, their effort into it. But they want the man to pay. How many dollars? They want the man to put time into it. Why should he have to do all of that when you're not going to be fully invested?
I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you how I got this ring. You were nice until he married you, and then you showed your true colors.
Good job for putting your mother in her place. Because some of these females out here need to learn the hard way. They need to understand the error of their ways. They cannot just, use a man for their benefit and get away with it. It cannot be allowed. Even the younger generations are starting to catch on to your madness. And I know for a fact that her ex-husband is looking at this
with a complete smile on his face.
He is ecstatic. Nothing, and I mean nothing, will make a man happier than having his kids on his side. Yourself to this type of embarrassment. That alone should have been a sign for you to not post this at all. Almost as if that you want to get exposed for your actions. Why would you post this? How is this even possible? That is unbelievably sad. Even your kids know it. You are such a degenerate human being that your kids are telling you what you are. Your kids even know they see through your deception. Bro, you can't fool anybody. You know it's bad if you got little, tweens telling you what you should and should be doing, man. That's how you know you're messed up, bro.
And really, I think in a lot of these situations, what it comes down to is modern women want something, but then they want to modify that something, right? And so you have men that'll be men. They're actually masculine. I'll pay the bill. I'll pay the bills. I'll, initiate plans and open doors and all that stuff. But then when I do that and I don't do it to your liking, then you call me controlling, right? If I'm leading the house and I'm leading the charge and I'm making a decision, because this is what modern women like to do. They like to spend all day making a decision. It's not like we hadn't discussed it. We didn't spend all day talking about this type of stuff. But you just, give me a couple more days to think about it. Give you a couple more days. I really think I need a week. Give a couple weeks. And by that time, the opportunity is gone. Well, that's just not what God had for us. No, it was. But you just wanted to do things on your timeline. And after 4 or 5 of those things, because modern women will do that, they'll control the relationship with their indecisiveness. And then when you start to move on and do your thing, it's just something about him. He just moving when he shouldn't. And let me tell you something, ladies, when a man wants to move too fast, that's of the devil. No, it's not. The devil ain't got nothing to do with that. That's your indecisiveness. You're slothful. You're lazy. You can't make up your mind. Analysis, paralysis, whatever you want to call it. But you need to, it's not even therapy. You need to learn, start making some decisions and sticking with it. See, what happens is modern women get out here and they don't like consequences. They want everything to go smoothly. And what I'm really trying to get you to do, sir, is I'm trying to get you, if we go with this decision, you take the blame. You make it right. I want to guarantee that everything is going to work out 100%. And if it don't, you take it on the chin. Every single thing. And that's why modern women get out here and they be talking about, well, if he take you out and he don't like you, then get some property out of him. Make sure he gives you that bag, or make sure he gets you some property, or make sure he gets you a car. Do you know what you're asking, silly? You're asking a man for, you just spent 5 minutes with the man. You're asking a man for a whole property, a whole house. Are you slow? Are you slow? Are you okay, ma'am? But this is what these modern women are doing today. A man go out there, take care of his responsibilities, doing what he's supposed to be doing, and can't get the woman to move. Can't get the woman to move. I want a man to do this, and a man do all of it. I just really ain't sold. We really need to go. Oh, don't rush me. You trying to love bomb me. That don't even fit right here. Oh, well, yet see, you always trying to play on my words. Girl, go back to therapy. You're a psychopath.
This dude right here is way too nice, and as a man, you should never let this slide.
He's going away for a few days, and I think I want to surprise him with a new girlfriend when he gets back. I know I can't be the only one who wants to rebrand and change her life when she's going through it. So my first stop was Bible study, because before addressing the outer, I need to address what's going on inside first. The next stop was hair, and once I saw the name of the salon was Restoring the Glory and they were playing gospel music, everything felt alike. I was given auntie, but at the same time, I really don't care about length, you guys. I just want my hair healthy. I'm going to challenge myself to get treatments every 3 months and leave my hair natural for at least a week. The next stop were my nails. I wanted them a lot shorter, so I opted for white on white fringe. And if I'm gonna be bald headed, I at least need my lashes done. So my next stop was to get my lashes filled, which made me feel so much better. Speaking of feeling better, y'all know a good Gouillard compa night always gets the job done. So I went out with my homeboys for a night out at Pearl, and this 1000% lifted my spirit. And before I knew,
What the fuck?
it was time to pick my boyfriend up from the airport and surprise him with his brand new girlfriend.
Oh my god, that's perfect. Man, if you're going away and your shorty says she's gonna go chill with her homeboy, she probably didn't even tell homie. Look like she just did it. And she put it in a video. A woman gonna be like, yeah, you insecure. A woman can't have male best friends? Fuck no. You can have all the male friends you want. You just not gonna be with me. Plus, she was dancing with these dudes inappropriately. And them niggas didn't look gay. Homies is waiting in line. Friends is probably waiting for that phone call as soon as she said, yeah, me and him broke up. They ended. Cause let's be real. If you flip the script and you have a shorty and you show her your female friend and she a baddie, trust me when I tell you she gonna feel some type of way. Your girl gonna be like, don't worry, I trust you, just not them bitches. Same way for us. So ladies, this is unacceptable. You can't be chilling with your male friends a dolly, especially when your boyfriend's away. On a plane. We even know where the fuck home you went. You lost me, shorty.
And you also have to look at the one-sided effort and modern women not reciprocating, right? Because, they'll say, well, where are the men at? Why can't I find a man to do X, Y, and Z? Or why is a man not talking to me? How come I can't find a man to do this, this, and this? I'm a provider, and all of the list of things that they always want. I can't find that. Well, actually, you can, because once again, the men are everywhere. You just don't notice them because you're looking for, honestly and truly, we probably don't call it this, but a genie is what you're looking for. You're looking for a man to come in and just wipe away all your problems. Okay, with my first wish, I want you to wipe away all my problems and put me in my soft girl era, and I don't want to have any problems ever again. That's actually 3 wishes. But modern women would probably argue a genie down and say, well, that's 1 wish because I said it all in one breath. No, the first wish would have been me wiping your slate clean. All the problems that you have, me wiping that. You want to be put into your soft girl era? That's another wish. And you saying, I want no problems ever again? That's a 3rd wish. So you've actually effectively used all your wishes. No, but because I said it, and like I said, they try to argue you down. That's what modern women do to men. And this is why men just end up opting out and they end up leaving. Because a modern woman will sit up there and argue a man down when a man be dead right about something. This woman is dead wrong. But because the way they see it and what their interpretation is, they'll continue living their life in that way. Right? And that's how you have one-sided effort and no reciprocity. Because a modern woman will sit up there and argue, man, no, this is the bare minimum. I deserve this, 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 and this. And a man is like, that's not the bare minimum. I bought you a car. Well, that's what my man should be doing. I'm not your man, though. I'm not your man. Well, that's something that you decided to do. Right, because I wanted to show you that I really liked you. Well, nobody asked you to do that. Regardless if anybody asked me to do it, I still did it. I bought you the car, and you're not showing any signs of being grateful. And so when I pull back and say, okay, you know what? You can have the car. Or you know what? I pay for your nails. Whatever. Take your little nails and go on about my business. About your business. Modern women, they don't realize they actually messed up a good opportunity. And if a man has paid for your car or paid your rent or paid any type of bill for you, and that's actually a genuine man, you just messed up your bag. Because of your bad attitude. That's why a lot of men opt out. Because I know I know my effort is not going to be rewarded. I know she really don't like me. And all of the stuff that I'm doing for her is not going to be reciprocated.
Average women don't want average guys because they think that they're not average. They think that they're above average. How's that going to translate in the dating marketplace? You have average women that are going to be chasing after either exceptional or above average men. They're going to curve men who are average, who are actually on their level. That's why you get caught up with boys and in situationships and a guy never committing to you or a guy who's cheating on you because you're shooting out of your league. So if you think you're a 10, surely you must deserve a 10. You're going to chase after Chad. You're going to spend your 20s a bunch of dudes. You're never going to actually get into a proper monogamous relationship. You'd rather have the divided attention of a hyper attractive guy than actually have commitment from an average dude because you think you're above average. That's the problem in the dating marketplace. And that's why this is a humble check.
And I think men have gotten to the point after listening to a lot of this stuff to where he doesn't even try to force the woman to change anymore, or not even change, but to, kind of see if we're on the same page, right? I already know based on the way you're talking and the stuff that you're talking about, we're not going to be on the same page. We're not going in the same direction. We don't have the same values, and that's okay. That's okay. I'm going in a different direction. I'm doing something different. And this is why men have stopped chasing. We'll just continue to chase and see how it goes. No, it doesn't seem to me. And this is when men have to start using their best guess and their best judgment based on what you've been showing me. Because modern women like to say, well, the impression that you gave me when you came up here wasn't a good one. So I just went off of that, and I didn't know that I can trust you. Okay, great. I can do the same thing and will do the same thing as a man. If I say you act in a certain way, online or in person, I'm going to judge that as a first impression and say, I don't know if you and I, based on what I'm hearing and based on what I'm seeing, I don't know if you and I are right for each other. So I'm going to go ahead and bow out. Well, you didn't even go on the date. I don't think I need to. I think I've seen what I need to see. Obviously, they want you to go on the date. Well, I really wanted the experience. If I'm honest with you, I really just want to go out. I got dressed up, dolled up. I got my makeup on. Or if they didn't, I wanted to do that. I was excited. I had plans. And then that's why they say stuff like, well, can we be friends? Right? I don't know if I really want to be a friend with you like that. Maybe we can be, but I'm really looking for the experience. If I had somebody to take me out, treat me like a gentleman, but understand I don't want him, that would be great. And if he has some things that, he wants to talk to me about every so often, I'm all ears, right? Maybe I can help you find your girlfriend. But that's the friendship that a lot of these modern women are looking for. I want a man to treat. This is why men are confused, right? Because she's going to say, I want to be treated like a lady, but I don't want to commit just yet until I find Mr. Right. Mr. Right as I see him. But in the meantime, ain't nothing wrong with a girl exploring. Ain't nothing wrong with a girl having fun. Ain't nothing wrong with a girl having experiences. Ain't nothing wrong with that. If I have a man take me out to these nice restaurants and pay for it, that's because I've given him so much value. It was like, okay, what is the value that you're giving him? Well, just hanging out with him. I think I'm a good person. I think I'm a person who has good energy, and just being around me, your life. Modern women like to place a value, too much value, on emotions. So if you're super happy, super fulfilled, that's okay. And a man is saying, I am happy. I had a great time, but I'm not fulfilled because I don't think I'm essentially paying $200 and $300 for quote unquote happiness. And it's not even something I can take home. It's not even something I can honestly do anything with. Yeah, but you're happier and you're in a better state. I can pay for a therapist and come out cheaper if I want to do that. Number one. Number two, I have my friends. So how are you and I going to actually be friends with each other? How are we actually going to be equal to where we can both talk to each other about things, but then I'm not the only one that's paying? You know what I mean? I'm not the only one that has to expend money, resources to be in the friendship. Because you'll do it with all of your other female friends, but you won't do it with me. Men are checking out of this type of stuff. Men are moving on from this type of stuff. Men are not dealing with this type of stuff. Hey, I'm not going to be in the friend zone. I'm just going to go with somebody somewhere else. Looks like they have my values. And we're going to see if we can make it work.